And we are back with another amazing show with a cash flow agent, Andrea Gomez. How are you?
Good, good. Thank you, Queen. How are you?
I'm doing good. Yeah, so I'm super excited today to bring you on and have an opportunity to speak with you, Andrea. So my show is Substitute Thing. It's actually a show for me to get to know my agent a little better, right? You know that my group is getting bigger, and I really want to know each person in the group, better. So by interview, I have a feeling that I know you more already, but there's always something more to discover about each other, right? Especially you grow so much in the last couple of years, and it's just so much to dive into today podcast, right? And I hope with your story you can inspire a lot of other Asian who want to get into real estate, and how they can come in, they're gonna learn about your struggle, and then how they can grow your career similar to what you have accomplished so far. So Andrea, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Queen. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, so let's start from the beginning, right? I don't actually even know this area. So, what is your professional life before you even get into real estate? Like, do you always do real estate, or do you have some, past professional life?
No, I used to be a school teacher. I was a school teacher for 9 years. I studied at the University of Houston marketing and business administration, but because I had to confile with my U.S. visa, I had to apply for being a teacher in order to get the work visa. It was like a deal. At the beginning, I hated it. Later on, I love it. I love teaching. I think that's one of the things that helps me here in this career because I love teaching, informing people, sit down and get them to understand every single detail about the process. That's something that I enjoy. But I used to be a school teacher for 9 years.
Wow, no wonder, because I kind of noticed the way, like in your real estate business right now, the way you are so patient with people, with buyer and seller, and then you go to each and every step, and you explaining things so well in a very clear and concise manner. So that is coming from being a school teacher. Now I just noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happened? What changed? From a school teacher. I know that school teacher they have a stable job, right? On the summer you can like take off the summer, you can still get paid. Your time is so good with school teacher. Why all of a sudden you go into real estate? What changed?
Two things. First was the amount of money I was earning for the amount of job of work that I was putting in. Because I mean, being a teacher is not easy as people think. I was teaching between 8 in the morning to 3:30, 4:30 in the afternoon, and then after that, I had to continue working on my lesson plans, grading, all those things. So usually
Mm.
I stay at the school around 7, 8 p.m.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a huge. Yeah, it was working so hard, and my husband was no, 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 no. I don't think this is good for you. At that time, I had my 3 kids. I have 3 kids. They were very little. They start going to school, and I hate it when they have like school trips, field trips. Things in the school, and I miss them because I cannot just say to my principal, hey, I need to miss school this day, and then the next day, and the next day, because I have 3 kids, so many events. And I felt so bad because my kids, they were always sad. Mom, I miss you. I saw more moms there. Why you were not there? So I started feeling sorry about them. I said, you know what, I need to change to another career where I have more liberty, maybe more freedom
Hmm.
of my time. And then at that time, one of my good friends, her name is Anita, that she's, I mean, awesome person. She's my mentor. She was my mentor as well at the time. She is a real estate agent, very productive, and she started talking to me and telling me, hey, why you don't go to real estate? Let's go to my office. You can start helping me and you can see what it is and maybe you like it. So I started with her. I went to her office. I saw everything that she was doing. I was start helping her, even going to open houses, listing appointments, showings, all those things. And then I realized that I really enjoy it. So that's
Yeah.
the time when I decided to start getting my license and become a real estate agent.
Wow. You mentioned a dilemma. So it seems like you spending a lot of time with other people kid, but not with your kid when you're in school.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh man, it's just a dilemma. Yeah, I remember because Wilco he used to talk about this, right? Because he's a soccer coach, so he would spend all time, coaching other people's kid, but not his kid, and that is just killing him. And that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons why a lot of people in the school in the coaching industry, eventually they will figure something out because they cannot just that dilemma. It's just weird.
Yeah, it was so sad. So yeah, that's one of the good reasons I had to change my career.
Okay. But going full time is not easy, right? Of course you get excited, real estate is good. A lot of people they kind of stuck at the part-time level, right? They just cannot let go of their full-time job, right? Because you still have benefit with school, you still have, the stable salary and going full-time, into the unknown, on commission is absolutely not easy. So what have changed in your mind, like, well, what make you believe so strongly that like, hey, I'm gonna leave the safety net of a job and I'm gonna go into real estate? What happened?
I mean, you always
You-
have that, uncertainty, or you're always afraid, but you have to push and go over it. I mean, even if you're afraid, you have to make it. You have to continue, because if you never try, how you gonna know if it's gonna work or not? And then I think visualizing or seeing my other friend in real estate helped me, because I always thinking, okay, if she's able to do it and she sells does so many homes, why I'm not able to do it? I'm not different. I mean, both are from the same country. So believing in yourself, I think, is the key. Like mindset and believing in yourself. If you believe it, you can do it.
Wow, that is amazing. And you mentioned something that I want to reiterate. The people around you, your mentor, your spear, your inner circle is so important, right? Because these people they give you support, they give you mentorship, and like you said, if they can do it, I am no different from them, right? And
Correct.
not only that, they are willing to help me. So why not take the chances, and go into the unknown? So wow, Andrea, congratulations. That is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, so let's fast forward just a little bit, right? If you, how long have you been in real estate now?
Since 2017. So
Yeah.
it's almost 7 years.
Okay, so if you can just remind, kind of rewind yourself back on 2017, if you still remember, I'm sure it's not easy for you, right? You are new, you face a lot of challenge. I'm sure that there's a lot of moment you think that this is not for you and you just want to quit. So
Yeah.
could you go into those challenge and what you did to resolve those challenge and then keep moving forward to the next year?
I started, and then I think on the first 6 months of my career, I focused on studying, training, because I wanted to feel confident. I wanted to feel that I'm capable. I mean, I was kind of afraid. I was like, oh my God, what happened if I have to sell a house? I don't even know how to respond to my clients' questions on the contract. I want to feel confident, right? Or on a listing, I want to be confident. But then I came studying until one day I remember my coach, because I had a coach at that time. He told me, you know what, you have to stop studying and just go and, yeah, get leads, get called, start calling, and start getting leads, start getting clients, because that's your real training. You have to train yourself in real life, and that makes like a huge click in my mind. And I say, okay, he's right. I cannot continue just keeping going and training, because that's not gonna make me money.
Yep.
I just need to go and swim. Yeah, that's all. So I started making my calls. I remember my friend told me, you have to go to events, do open houses, call your sphere, friends, family, make everybody know that you are a real estate agent. You don't want to be a secret agent. So I started doing it, and I started changing everything. So in the last 6 months of my first years, my goal was to hit the capping. At that time was to
Mhm.
sell around 2 million, where I used to be
Yep.
in volume, and I did it. Because
Wow.
the mentality, I had my goal, I set my goal, I click my, I changed my mind, say I had to call, and I had to make it happen. I started making a list of the activities that I had to do. So I started attending every baby shower, every event, every school event, everything. So start growing my sphere. I started attending, I start hosting more open houses, and I start calling.
That is amazing, and I just want to reiterate that it's it doesn't matter how much you learn, it doesn't matter how much your mentor teach you, but if you don't go out and practice it, your all the knowledge is kind of go to waste, right? So just like Andrea told everybody on the show right now, knowledge is not, it's useless without effective action. So the key is to take action. You don't have to be perfect, right? I'm not perfect. Andrea is not perfect. We make mistake all the time, but the key is that we keep taking the action whenever it's open house, it's cold call, something that you're gonna do with lead generation that we're gonna touch on. And then you don't have to know everything, right? A lot of real estate agent, they feel like they have to know everything before they make their first call, right? That is just a
Yeah,
wrong way to start.
and
You
that
just
was
have
me.
you
That
just
was,
have to know the next step in order to start, right? You
yeah,
don't need to know
just
everything.
learning the process. I mean, even now, every deal is different, and I continue learning every single time. Every single transaction is different. So you're learning the process.
That's awesome. So fast forward now, you are the icon agent, in the top 2% in the Xperia, our entire company. Congratulations. So
Thank you.
what have changed? What you do differently in this year to kind of transform yourself from a rookie, all the way to a top producer.
I think consistency is key. Making a decision and just do it. Do it. Do the activity you want to do. I mean, choose 2 or 3 activities that you would like to do in order to grow your business, and consistency.
Could
So I think that's the key for me.
Yeah. So I love Andrea because your business, Andrea, is so simple. People think that top producer business is super complicated. You have all kind of processes and systems set up. Of course you do, but it's actually very simple. It's about blocking the time to call, to generate lead, to get yourself out there, get a contract, and then maybe yourself or has somebody take care of that contract, and then you keep doing it over and over and over, and you don't quit. It's
Exactly.
really really simple to become a top producer, guys. So
Yeah, you
just
have
keep
to
that in mind.
manage your time, block your time, and as you're saying, block your time to make calls. Call, and
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's ask the big question, the elephant in the room, right? If you could share, Andrea, one or two of your favorite way to generate lead, and then convert the lead, so that way everybody who's watching the show, they can learn from you, and hopefully they can implement the same thing that you're doing. If you don't mind sharing.
Yeah, of course. Most of my business is from referrals, so that's since day one. That's what I was taught from my friends. They had a business from referrals, and they taught me some ways to do it. And since day one, I started doing those activities, calling, sending them notes, and reminding them. Even though they know I'm a real estate agent, it's very important that you remind them, because if you disappear, suddenly they forgot. So you have to call them. Hey, I'm here. How are you? Yes. Are you still in real estate? Yes, I'm still in real estate. How can I help you? And then ask for the business. Hey, do you have anybody who's thinking about selling or buying the next 6 months? And then you always get a business, but you have to make your calls. And the other way that I love is the open houses. I remember,
Okay.
yeah, when I was starting in my career, I set a goal of every single weekend I wanted to be in an open house, and it was helpful. I mean, it was incredible. My business grew so much just from open houses.
Wow, that is amazing. And I noticed that, I remember we go together to a Buffini event. So are you still implementing a lot of stuff in the Buffini system?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Could you mind just quickly go to those system, the Buffini system? Like what is the referral? How do you keep in touch with your sphere? A little bit detail for
Yeah,
me. We can implement it too.
sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just being present with your clients all the time. So call them, send them a text message in a while. I mean, like for the holidays, send them a text. Hey, happy Christmas, happy New Year, happy those things. So they just know that you are there and you haven't disappeared. Even after closing, I continue calling. Hey, how's you doing with your house? Do you need any help? Do you need help fill in the form for the homestead, anything, so they know you are here, and I'm happy because most of them, even though we closed 3 4 years before, they still calling me for things, and that's one of my goals. Hey, I want to replace my floor, do you have a person? Hey, something happened with my plumber, do you have a person? I'm the to go person
For
for
everything
things.
related.
And so that's something that was my goal, and that's something that I really wanted. I enjoy helping them, and I mean that's one of the things. Events helps a lot. I mean, you can do
Ah,
one event, so you can get together with your clients in person one more at least one time during the year.
so you do client appreciation event.
Yeah, at least one client appreciation event, so you spend
Wow, that is amazing.
that person I mean, because calling is good, but in person is just different, right?
Yep, yep. Wow. If you don't mind, go a little bit deep about client appreciation event. Like, how do you actually set it up, and how do you send out the invite? Do you call people? Do you actually mail them like a formal invitation? And where do you actually host the vendor? Because it could cost a little bit, even for the top producer. So if you don't mind, go in detail a little bit.
Yeah, I just send an invite to everybody.
Invite. Okay.
I follow up with a text message saying, "Hey, did you receive my invitation? I'm doing a client appreciation party on this day. Please reserve our RSVP by this date," and that's all. And then I wait maybe until a week before the event. I follow up one more time just to make sure they continue going, because sometimes people forget about the event. So just follow up. Um, and
Um,
yeah,
do you bring sponsor into the event as well, or do you handle all the costs yourself?
at the beginning, I used to do it by myself, but later on, I started asking for help because it was growing. My business was growing and growing so much that it was very expensive to do
Yeah,
an event. So
and
I
that's why.
asked, I mean, maybe the lenders that you're working with, title
Mhm.
companies, inspectors. I mean, even though if they help with $200, that's something that's
Yep.
helpful. So
Yep.
yeah, yeah,
No, that's the point I want to kind of explore a little bit, right? Because you as a real estate agent, not only you serve your client, but you bring so much value to your peer, your partner, right? So loan officer, title company, the inspection company, right? This agency, this business partner, they actually benefit from you going out there and close the deal. So whenever you throw event together, if you can just simply ask for a sponsor, right? They would love to sponsor and support your business because they know that when you grow your business and when you have more deal, they have more business as well, right? And together, if you can just put together an event like that with a lot of sponsor, it won't cost you a lot of money, and it's going to be super super effective for you, to kind of like Andrea does, do an annual follow up, with your spear, and then they can invite friends, they can invite family. If you can have something fun, maybe do a photo booth, it's just a lot of fun stuff together, right? They don't treat it like a sale event, right? But treat it like a really, really appreciation party for people. And I see you doing that. I see Tao doing that. I see so many success coming from an event that truly for the client, but not for you. So that is
exactly.
so good.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's it.
So moving on to this is what I call the three question in the show. um you know 2024 is coming. We always want to improve ourselves and make change into the business. Could you think about this question a little bit and then tell me the three things that you're going to stop doing in 2024, the three things that you continue to do in 2024, and the three things that you will start different in 2024?
Um,
So,
let's
or if you don't have three, just give me one of each. But if you can have three things that you're gonna stop, three things that you're gonna continue, and three things that you're gonna start, that would be really, really good.
I think I do so many things here and there, and I need to stop that. So I need to focus on maybe two, like as I told in the beginning, 2 or 3 activities, and be
Uh-huh.
specialized in those 2 or 3, and not many, because sometimes I want to do this and this and videos, and then I want to do YouTube, and then I want to do videos in my Facebook, and then I want to make calls, and then I want to do parties, and then I want to focus on open houses, and then I want. So I think it's a lot. You have to just focus on 2 or 3 activities and just
Hmm.
specialize in those things. That's what I want to do. Something I want to do different 2024, I think, is incrementing my uh, YouTube channel because I started my YouTube channel, but it was very inconsistent this year, and I think I need to be more consistent. So that's something that I want to work on
Yep.
2024.
Okay, well, that is amazing. Yeah, I always evaluate my life and my business. I figure out three things that I'm not doing that I should have stopped doing, right? Like eating too much sugar,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't work out enough, stuff like that. So I stopped doing that. Three things that I'm doing good right now, that let's say for example, flip, we're gonna continue doing that, and then three things that you're gonna start different in 2024. Yeah. So whenever you have a moment, if you don't mind, share those three, these three things with me. It allow me and Joanna help you with your business as well, right? For example, you mentioned leverage. Let me make sure that we're gonna guide you into the right direction.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll think about that. I'm working on my business plan next week, so
Perfect.
I haven't got the chance being very busy, but I want to sit down and think on the actions that I really want to take for next year.
Perfect. Yep. Let me and Joanna know. And then moving on to the to we're almost getting to the end of the show here. I'm just super respect and I have a huge respect and an impression for all the women in our group, especially all the mom. I don't know how you guys manage your personal and your business life. It's just so much going on, and I just don't know how you can produce so much and still block time for the family. If you don't mind, share with us some tip on how you have a successful business and also a successful family.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always a challenge. I'm not gonna lie and say it is easy because it is not. But you have to be very organized. Everything to put it in your calendar and prioritize. How you say you have to look for your priorities. Sometimes you just have to sacrifice and see, do I have to do this or this, and then choose, right? And of course, my family is first. If I already committed to do something with my kids and then something happened, I already committed to be with the kids. So I'm sorry.
Bingo.
Right now, my goal is to not, I mean, enjoy my kids and be with the family on Sunday. So every time a client call me to see homes on Sundays, I'm gonna let them know that I'm not available or somebody else can help them or something, so I can have the time with my family. But just put everything on your schedule and try to respect them as much as possible.
Yep, that is amazing. I love that. Time blocking is one of the key. It
So,
sounds simple, but if you can just figure this out, you end up control your business, and your business doesn't control you anymore, right? Because you basically own your calendar, right? If somebody call you, you can always reschedule or delegate. It's simple, but it's just if you get it, it's so beautiful.
yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well, so I'm gonna give you the last two questions, Andrea. One is gonna be easy. One is gonna be super hard. We're gonna start with the easy one first, right? What do you do for fun?
I love working out. I love travel. I love being with my friends. I love to socialize. So I like to do things at my house, invite people, invite guests. I mean, if my friends call me to do something, like for an example, they call me today. They wanted to do a novena. This is a tradition for Colombia. And I say, okay, yeah, I love being with them. So yeah, I think those things. Working out is very important for me. I think in the mornings, whenever I work out, I feel with more energy, more confidence, self-esteem. So working out for me, I really enjoy it.
Love it, love it, love it. How many trips you take per year?
Trips. My goal
Yeah.
is to have. My goal is 4 trips with the family and at least one only with my husband. That's my goal for
Oh
every year.
wow, that is amazing. Speaking of that, I just booked my ticket to Cabo. Remember, we went to the Cabo for the EXP Mastermind. Yep. So I'm gonna be there in Cabo again in case you decide to join us. It's gonna be another epic year.
When it will be March.
It's going to be on March 9th to the 6th. So for
Nice.
those who watching the show, especially if you are within the ESP family, we have this huge mega mastermind, and we're gonna go to Cabo, get away from the business in order to work on the business for 3 days from March 9 to Max 7, 9 to I'm sorry, March 6 to March 9. And to be honest, most of my business growth right now, it related back to that trip, because when you kind of go away and really focus on working on the business and talk to other people who is smarter than you, that's when you're gonna kind of compress the time frame. You go back and you implement those things, your business is gonna grow so much.
Yeah, I'm agree. I remember I went one time and I really enjoyed. Very interesting, and I mean, you hear so many stories that you get like, oh wow, that's unbelievable. That I mean, and again, if people can do it, why not? No, why you
Why not
cannot?
you? Yeah.
It opens your mind.
Yep. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yep. So one hot question, Andrea. I know that you're gonna be an icon agent. You're gonna continue to be an icon agent. You start to attract so many wonderful people into your group, right? But then you cannot leave any of this, stock. You cannot leave any of this money to your kid. You are only allowed to pass your kid one advice, right? What would that be?
I mean, I always tell my client, my kids, yeah, everything in this life is possible. You just have to commit. You have to do what you have to do. I mean, you have to figure out the activity, but everything in this life is possible. Just believe in you and do it. Because sometimes my kids come home, this class is very hard. Everybody told me that this is hard, and the teacher is hard. I want to get out, I want to do this. And I tell my client, and I tell my kids, everything is possible. I mean, not because other people say that this teacher is hard, it's hard for you too. So change your mind and just do whatever you want to do to accomplish it. And I think my kids start realizing that they're getting 96, 98 in their grades, and they say, oh, mommy, you
Oh,
yeah, it's not hard. I said, okay, don't believe in other people's opinion because that's their opinion. Maybe it's
oh, I love that. Don't believe in other people' opinion, and if you put your mind to it, anything is possible.
everything is possible.
Well, Andrea, thank you so much for your time. I know that you have showing appointment to go ahead at 11:30, so I'm not gonna keep you longer. All right. Well,
Thank you.
everybody, thank you so much for watching the show, and I cannot wait to add the show.
Thank you. Thank you for the
All right.
opportunity. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.
All right. Thank you, Andrea.